Perfect. I think we're live. Let me check the levels. That looks good. A second. Yes. Welcome to this extremely spontaneous live stream. I don't know, it was really unplanned today. I wasn't live for a long time and I always wanted to go live again and kind of never did. So I don't know. Today I just felt like, yeah, why not? Let's go. For everybody that watches this later, I will make chapters because this will be a work with me Pomodoro stream, which means there will be a timer. Let me show it. There you go. We will work in sections. It will be like 25 minutes of concentrated work, followed by 5-minute break and back into 25-minute work. I will guide through this. So it's not just I set it up and everybody does their thing. I mean, kind of, but I will guide through it. And probably I will talk a little bit in the breaks, you know, like I will give you something to do on the break, you know, to actually fully recover during the break, to not just be on your phone or whatever, and then, or whatever. We will get there. But I will also, I don't know, talk a little bit, tell a story, whatever that looks like. And that's kind of the gist of it. To really work effectively with the Pomodoro method, you have to set yourself a goal. You need something where you say like, okay, I will do this for 25 minutes, really concentrated, and otherwise you just, I don't know, you don't really do anything that makes sense. So, and yeah, so you set yourself a goal. What do you want to do? For me right now, that will be, I need to work a little bit on like a content calendar for a client where I help them with their social media and stuff. I have a rough idea, but I need to work a little bit on it to fill up July, basically. That's my goal for this time. The good thing is, there are times where you're not that successful on keeping on your goal, keeping really concentrated on one thing. Normally, if you don't have a timer, if you don't really do this type of work, because this creates kind of like you feel you're in a group. So anyway, if you're not really concentrated on your task and you drift off doing something else, when the timer goes off, the 25 minutes are up, you get off what you're doing right now, and you're suddenly back into the break and you're like, oh, you realize I did something I did not want to do for the next 25 minutes. So the next 25 minutes is another go. I see we have somebody watching. Hi and welcome. Happy you're here. Are you ready to tackle this Pomodoro with me, or you just want to hang out and chat a little bit? We can also do that. Let me know in chat if you want. You don't have to. But I'm happy you're here. But yeah, that is the positive thing about this. And also sometimes when we are like in really like a deep work state, or you know, like in a tunnel, we forget to drink, we forget to stretch, and that's, yeah, you're really productive, but at what cost? You know, like after a while you sit like this, like a shrimp, your back hurts, you didn't drink enough. That also pulls you out of that and forces you into like a small break. So what some of us also don't like breaks so much. In that case, just lower it a little bit, ignore it, or maybe this is not your technique. For me, it helps me a lot, to be honest. I really, really enjoy it. So have yourself, I don't know, a tea, a coffee, cup of water, something. So you can take a sip. And right now for me, it's like 3:30 p.m., kind of afternoon. Feel a little bit sluggish. So with your help, we get this together because we are in this together during this stream. I hope you have your goal set. You have everything ready, what you want to do. So then we can. How do we do this again? Yeah. Haven't done this in a while. I will lower my mic and bump up the music a little bit if it's too loud, or you have a question, put it in chat, I will answer it, or anything that will happen. But generally it's 25 minutes of work now, and then a break with a little bit chatting. Let's go. See you in 25 minutes. Welcome back. Welcome back. How was the first 24-minute block for you? Could you really work on the things you wanted to get done? Was it difficult? Let me know. For me, I'm honest, I was like super in right now. I could have went on for way longer. But sometimes it's also good to pull yourself out, take a small break, and look at it fresh again. Because I realized now, looking back at what I just did, that I kind of overdid like small details or small problems that did not really push my work forward. There's like small details I just worked on that are relevant in like 4 weeks, but other stuff that is like happening this week is not so clear yet, and I should rather work on that. So I don't know, grab your tea. Today I have a tea. Normally more a coffee guy, and have a sip. And also let me know, are you watching the Soccer World Cup right now? That's super off topic, but I don't know, interests me. And because it's going right now. Yesterday, Mexico got kicked out. Week before that, Germany got kicked out. So I need to figure out a country and a team to cheer on right now. I don't know. I'm not sure what that will be. But hi and welcome. We're doing a Pomodoro work session. As you probably maybe saw on the title, that means we work for 25 minutes and have then a 5-minute break. Right now, we're in the middle of the 5-minute break, which means we chat a little bit, we stretch, we take a sip of coffee, tea, water, whatever, and think about what we want to work on for the next 25-minute block. But first, if you want to, let me know where you're watching from. That'd be interesting, because I'm sitting right now, I'm in Mexico. So yeah, no, it would be interesting to know. And today is also a really spontaneous stream. So also that's interesting to know who turned in, who's here, all these kind of things. And I have also my cat here next to me. She's sleeping. I don't know, maybe you can show her real quick. See, there she is. Oh. Tiny cat paws. Yeah, now it's back. Tiny cat paws. That's also important. No, and I don't know. Today is like a spontaneous streaming day. Because why not? Because my plan to actually establish like one day for streaming kind of didn't work out, because always something happened. Like life happened. There was something really important that needed to get done the day, or a lot of things like that happened. So it never worked out. And I thought, like, you know what? Why not? Why not just switch it on today, spontaneously, see who has time, who wants to check in, who also works from home and maybe needs like somebody to work with them. Because this is also what this is about, to have like this reminder or this feeling of you working like in a coffee shop, for example, or a library or something like that, where somebody can check on you. Because then you stay more on focus. You're psychologically less likely to just play on your phone or do anything else but the work you want to do, because basically it's like, oh, I'm being watched, or I'm doing like a group project, something like that. And let me center a little bit more. I see I'm not centered anymore. That is kind of how this works too. It's the Pomodoro system, but on top of that, this work with me gives you, like the accountability. That's the word. Couldn't think of it. Gives you the accountability, and of not being alone, of not having to work through it alone. Gives you the moment, the feeling of, okay, somebody's there, somebody works with me right now, because it works as the video as well. But when it's live, that feeling of, oh, somebody's actually there right now, also working on something, that makes you more committed to what you're doing. So, before we start into the second round, write down again or make a mental note what you want to work on. What do you want to get accomplished? What do you want to accomplish in the next 25 minutes? Me, I definitely want to continue to work on the content calendar, but I have already the outlines. I will just do like this week specifically, because I'm a little bit behind, let's be honest. But so the most pressing thing is this week. So I specify this week, so I don't get all over the place again. If you have any questions in between, just put them in the chat, and we see us in the next after this 25 minutes. Welcome back. How are you doing? How was the second block? Could you get something done? How do you feel? Do you feel more tense, or do you feel nice because you accomplished something, or because you got further in your topic you wanted to really dig into? For me, it helped that I made the scope smaller. Not just like, okay, the whole month. No, I will work on this week. And that helped me clear things up and actually get something done. And sorry for the slightly weird lightning. I needed to block the sun out a little bit, and now it's just more the screen, and it reflects crazy on my glasses. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, but sometimes it helps to clear or shorten the scope of what you want to do. But also there again, it helps that they are like 25-minute blocks, because otherwise you keep working on what you're working on without anything really happening, because you try everything at once and you don't really recognize that you don't make any progress. Something else I kind of wanted, talk about today that came to my mind that not necessarily has anything to do with this, but I kind of wanted to talk about it because it still fits into how we feel and how we get stuff done. And that's how we talk to ourselves. Because I think often, especially if you're more like an overthinker, we overthink. And we think we can't do something. And I think we have to be a little bit more bold. They're like, yeah, I can do that. I'm that person. I can figure it out. And that does not mean that we have to lie or say something where we're not sure with 100% certainty. No, 100% not. If you're not sure, if you don't know something, say so. You're like, I don't know, but I will check and I will investigate that. And that, but you can do that with confidence, with certainty, because you can get it done. Let's say, for example, I was working for a while as a bartender, and I didn't really drink much alcohol. So I did not know the different spirits, really. I knew how to make a cocktail, I knew how to do all these things, but I didn't know how anything really tasted. So every time I started my shift, I felt like an imposter. And I've ended up quitting that job because I just felt weird the whole time. And the thing is, I could have just tackled it from a different angle. I could have just said, yeah, well, I cannot really 100% tell you which whiskey tastes like what. I can tell you what whiskey we have, and if you have further questions, my colleague will gladly tell you about whiskey because he's super knowledgeable about that. I can't entertain you. I'm here for making cocktails, for chatting, for keeping up the atmosphere, and all of that. And I can kind of like sip and check if the cocktail is right, like not when I give it out, but like I know the ratios, I know how to do stuff, and I know how to be with people. That was my strength. That still is my strength. But I was not playing that. I was not playing that card. I was leaning into what I was not good at and not what I was good at. And ultimately, I was hired for that job because I was good with people. Because the owner of that bar was a regular customer where I worked my day job. And he asked me one day, like, hey, I really like what you're doing. I like you. Are you interested? And I told him I don't drink. And I told him I don't know about alcohol. And he said, like, doesn't matter. You're a great guy. That is what matters. That's what's important. The point is, I think we should focus way more at what we're good at and believe in ourselves more. In that time, I believed not in myself, even though somebody actually actively told me and hired me for that reason. I chose to lean into, oh, what I'm not good at. I chose to lean into, oh, I'm not good with alcohol and I'm not good with that. Instead of just leaning into, hey, I'm really good at this. I can really do well with people. Nothing to do with this Pomodoro session, but I found it important to talk about. Because also that dictates how we tackle problems or tackle things we want to do. So with that in mind, let's challenge ourselves and do something that we want to get done in the next 25 minutes. And today, this will be the last 25 minutes for today, because I have to sadly do something else that prevents me from streaming longer. But again, I really like this, and I don't know, even if you don't watch it maybe live, maybe you watch it later on YouTube. In that case, hi YouTube. And I will make also chapters for that reason, so you can skip to the to the work sessions, to the breaks, whatever. You can skip the yapping if you don't like that and you want to purely just work with somebody and some music and some encouragement maybe. So let's tackle the last cycle for today. I will finish my weekly plan for my plan for this week, and I will say goodbye after that. But until then, have a great 25-minute cycle. And if you have any questions, put them in chat. I will answer. I will gladly chat with you. I will talk with you. Until then, have a wonderful 25 minutes. We see each other in 25 minutes. Hi and welcome to this Pomodoro stream. Let me stop the clock real quick to welcome you. We are doing right now a Pomodoro Work With Me session. I'm Johannes, and here we kind of try to get stuff done, to work with intention, to set a timer, and then work through what we want to get done. If that's something for you, let me know. Also, I would be really interested from where you're watching from. I'm in Mexico. I live in Mexico, but originally I'm from Germany. So let me know. We'll be interested to know. If you have any questions, put them in chat. Welcome back. Welcome back. How was your third and final Pomodoro cycle? Could you get stuff done? How you feel? Does your back hurt a little? Maybe you need a stretch. That's okay. Tap yourself, clap yourself on the shoulder. Tap yourself on the shoulder? I don't know what's correct. Anyway, be proud of yourself because you just got a lot done. And I don't know, how does it feel not having to do everything alone? Not having to sit in your office or wherever you work right now or study alone, because we can do it together. How does that feel? Could you concentrate a little bit better? Or was it harder for you because you constantly had like this thought in the back of your head of like, oh, I need to finish this in 25 minutes and I just have 10 minutes left. That could also be possible. For me, I don't know. I like it a lot. And it works for me. I really can focus better. And also knowing that I'm being watched makes me actually work, because I cannot get up right now and do anything else. I mean, I can. I'm not physically incapable of doing that, but there's this social pressure, like in a good way. So I hope you got a lot of done. You still had fun with it. Tell me if you like the music in the background. Tell me if it's loud enough, if you need it louder, if I should change it. Anything that comes to your mind, I'm happy to be there. Soon I also want to make just a normal chatty live stream, not a work with me, just chatting, a little bit more structured and a little bit less last second, I guess. So, I don't know. Here it's now 5. I just have a couple more hours of work and then I call it a day. And depending where you are, you may be already off work, you may be stopped. Maybe this was your last bit and you have finished your work day. In that case, enjoy the evening and have a wonderful day and week. And we see us in the next live stream or video or short. Have a wonderful day. Bye.